Hey guys, it's Danny, and today I'm giving you some brand new leaks and rumors about the upcoming Mac Mini and what it will have, what it won't have, and other various leaks and rumors that is genuinely pretty cool. If you want to learn more about these leaks and rumors, stay around for the video because I got some pretty good leaks and rumors. So without further ado, let's get right into the new video. Okay, so let's start off with the price since that is so pretty important. Apple's M1 Mac Mini launched at $699, which is the cheapest Mac of the bunch. Unlike 2018's Mac Mini, which launched at $1099, which is still pretty expensive. So it's still a price down. So hopefully Apple can make sure their price is still down on this Mac Minis because that'll be way better instead of having like a $899 or $1,000 version because nobody likes to spend that much money. So hopefully Apple can target their M1 Pro and M1 Max models at the Mac Mini for $899 or like $699, even better starting price, and then it can go up. But hopefully it can be a $699 starting price. We're not really sure if that could happen because if this has the M1 Max and the M1 Pro processor, this probably won't be $699 because you see what they did in the MacBook Pro. If you the M1 Mac was $1399, right? Add 16 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigs of storage. That's $400 extra, and that's what Apple did. So they doubled the storage and the RAM, and that's how they got to $2,000, and they added $200 because of just the Mac. Of the M1 Max and the M1 Pro. So that's how they got to $2,000 mark. So maybe Apple could be doing with this Mac Mini. Hopefully they don't, because that'll be very sad. But let's just wait and see for the future. And hope the price is pretty $699. I just hope for that. As for the expectations for this thing, this upcoming Mac Mini this will be a beast compared, except with a smaller form factor and with no longer circular base like that, I think it's chamfered edge design, chamfered edge design, a longer hard circular base, but a flat edge top, and just like the new Mac Pros. So you've seen that MacBook Pros, if you have one, like the flatness, the squares, it'll have that. And if you've seen the rubber feet, they're pretty big, right? To let in more airflow. Or also just be stuck on the ground, and you can have zero airflow going through. So what I'm thinking about this is that the Mac will be flat, and they'll have just like big rubber feet on it, so it can have more airflow. That's a pretty good idea. So hopefully Apple could do that, and it'll be that flat design. That's still pretty cool. So that probably will happen. So that's pretty cool. If not, hopefully it can get a new redesign. I'm pretty sure it will, but that's pretty cool. It'll be smaller form factor. It'll be just smaller, and it'll be not that thicker, but it's just pretty small. So it's gonna be a small compact machine that you can take pretty much anywhere as long as you have space for your monitor. So, but this Mac probably won't have a display. It will come with a display. We'll talk about just a little bit later. But if you're gonna have a Mac Mini, you need an external display. That gives you better flexibility to choose whatever you want. If you want Dell, Samsung, LG, whatever you want. That gives you better flexibility for your display Mac Mini. So that's pretty good about that too. As for the ports, this thing was going to be excellent. Leaks suggest that the Mac Mini will have a magnetic power cable, just like the iMac, just like the M1 iMac, which is pretty cool. And it will have 4 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, HDMI, an Ethernet port, and a headphone jack. That is pretty good. No SD card slot. I'm pretty sure they're not going to be able to fit that in, but that's actually pretty cool if that does happen. We could definitely use a SD card slot for that, but it's not that big of a deal. An SD card slot would be nice, but I don't think they don't have enough space for it. But that'll be pretty good. But good thing we have an HDMI with HDMI 2.1, because since that will enable 4K 120 FPS for those of you who like high frame rates, or you can just enable Thunderbolt 4 ports, one of the Thunderbolt 4 ports for your display. That's going to be much better. But good about the USB-A ports is we need USB-A ports. That's very important. But overall, good job on the ports. Hopefully that can come true. The render shows no headphone jack. Hopefully there could be a headphone jack. Hopefully that's wrong. But if there's not a headphone jack, that's very sad because they have so much room for a little headphone jack that just doesn't make any sense. But hopefully they do imply one. That'll be way better. But let's hope for the best, This would be Mac heaven for people who hate dongles. The only thing that you wouldn't get the exact same display quality that Apple gives, but that's still pretty. You can choose any monitor that you want, or you can just plug it into your TV. So, but that would be pretty cool. And this, if it comes with the M1 Pro and the M1 Max, also go up to 2 Pro display XDRs or an additional 4K display. So that'll be for a total of 3 displays. That'll be much better. But this is gonna be Mac heaven for all those dongle haters right there, which I'm pretty sure is probably everyone. I am fine with dongles. I think they look kind of cool because you have accessories on your Mac, but hey, that's just my opinion. That'll be pretty cool. When it comes to the power of this machine, this Mac is likely to have the M1 Pro and the M1 Max processor in it. Or another thing, I think this could very possibly happen. M2 chip could be the 3rd generation, I guess, but that'd be pretty cool that does happen because We don't really know the specs of the M2. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure it'll be like an upgrade over the M1. So I'm pretty sure it'll be about 10 CPU cores, and maybe like just 14 CPU cores. That's about it. And then boom, no upgradable M2 chip, just that. That's actually pretty good, but let's just hope for the best. I'm just speculating at this point, but that'd be pretty cool. If not, they'll go with the M1 Pro and the M1 Max. Kind of hard to say, but M1 Pro and M1 Max processors, that'd be pretty cool, and that will enable up to 32 graphics cores and up to 64 gigabytes of RAM, which is great. That can edit up to 8K footage, which is still pretty good. I don't know if anybody has done 12K footage. That'd be pretty cool. I don't think anybody has done 12K. That would be excellent if there's like a YouTube video out there. If somebody has done 12K footage on the M1 Max, that'd be pretty cool. But overall, these Macs do overall pretty good job too. So that'd be pretty cool and interesting to see. And the spec on this thing will likely be, if it comes with the M1 Max, probably be up to 64 gigabytes of RAM, 8 terabytes of storage across all chips, not just the M1 Max, and 32 graphics cores of up to 32 graphics GPU cores, which is only on the M1 Max. You can go up to 16 graphics cores on the M1 Pro, and that's about it. So this Mac will be loaded with power. I think Apple could release a brand new display that could launch alongside this Mac Mini. That'll be great if that does happen, but it's not likely. We haven't heard any rumors about that, or you just launch a new display with it. That'll be pretty cool, but we'll just have to wait and see. But I think if they go for it, this will be 6K and maybe 120 hertz. That'll be pretty cool if that does happen. Hopefully the price does not go up as we sense this. That would be very bad. But just think about it. A new display with this Mac Mini would make a lot of sense. And since like they launched with the Mac Pro, they launched a new display and the Mac Pro. So I'm thinking this could happen. Or they can launch a new 4K 120 hertz OLED display or mini LED display with this Mac Mini or 4K display. That'd be pretty cool if that does happen. I'm just speculating this way, but that'll be pretty cool if that could happen. Because I mean, a new display, less cheaper, hopefully, and that'll have 4K. That's still pretty good. That's about it, guys. Thanks for watching my video, and hopefully this let you know more leaks and rumors. As always, go follow me on Instagram. I have my username at the title in the first part of the video, so we're gonna go check that out. You can go follow me there. I post about wildlife and most about my dogs. Pretty cool. And that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.